Hey everyone, it's Elsie here. So got a new layout for you today. This one is using the March Click Kits kit, hell yeah, which features the Studio Calico Goldie collection, which is a really fun, very sort of graphic. I don't want to use the word graphic. I don't know what other word I can use. Graphic. You know what I mean? It's like it's a very strong collection. It's got very bold designs, and I really like that. It's quite fun working with it and trying to figure out ways where I can, try to not make it too busy. This is one of my more busier layouts with it, but I really like it. So randomly, I was inspired by a film. I was watching Juno the other night, and it's one of my favourite films ever. It has an amazing soundtrack. And one of the first song I think in the film, I think it's the opening sort of credit scene. I can't remember the guy who sung it. I'll link the song down below so you can have a listen if you want to. But the first line of it is, "If I was a flower growing wild and free, all I'd want is you to be my sweet honeybee." Not going to sing it for you because I don't want to, make your ears bleed or something. So it's just the cutest song ever and I love it. So I was really inspired by that. And then I thought about using flowers, but I always use flowers and everything. So I feel like, okay, let's try something a bit different, not go for the the usual floral thing. And then because obviously the honeybee thing, I immediately thought of like honeycomb, and then I thought, actually there's something there. I can do something with sort of honeycomb, apart from eat it. So I thought, oh okay, let's try something a bit different. Let's get some papers and cut out some hexagons and arrange them to make it look like honeycomb. So I did that. Yeah, and as you can see here, I just picked out all the black and white papers from the collection and the pink ones, and just went for it really. I did try planning what I was going to, I don't know, like the position of all the things, and then that just didn't work. I just decided to just, go for it. So I decided to, just rather than having them sort of laying quite flat or something on the paper, decided to sort of have them all at different levels. So some are just literally glued straight onto the paper, and then others I put on some foam dots. And then as you can see here, I cut out some and sort of laid the paper behind, trying to get that silhouette look without having a silhouette. Yeah, I'm really pleased with the way it turned out. It's quite, I don't know, I feel like I didn't know whether to stop. I should have just stopped sort of on the top half, but I mean they were stuck down there was no taking them up. So okay, here, the title. So I knew I wanted the title like Wild and Free because that's kind of like, that was a song. So I'm going a bit stitching crazy at the moment. I think ever since I got this proper like foam pad thing, it's made it so much easier to sort of poke holes and stitch on paper. So I've just kind of been going a bit crazy really. And I've been watching a new show. So that's kind of it's very much enabled me to binge watch that, because I thought, well, I need to stitch this, I might as well just watch my show. The show is called Flesh and Bone, if anyone's wondering. It's on Amazon. It's very good. It's about ballet, and it's a bit darker, it's not like, kind of like a prissy ballet thing. Yeah, it's really good. Seriously amazing dancing in it. And if you're into ballet, I'd give it a watch. Yeah, so, okay, talk about the layout. Oh yeah, the stitching. So I knew I wanted the title Wild and Free, and I really like the way it looks. But I just could not make it work. It was just too big, and then I just didn't know where to put the photo. And then I had the idea of sort of cutting up the photo or sort of doing something in the shape of the honeycomb, and having the title go around it, and then pulled out a load of different photos of me in fields. because that's something that everyone has in their like photo collections, isn't it? Photos of themselves in fields. Yeah, I'm just not even gonna justify myself. I'm just an absolute weirdo, clearly, if you haven't gathered already. Yeah, and then I decided that actually I think cutting it out might look quite cool. And so I got a piece of tracing paper just to sort of work out whether the shape would work with the photo. And so I switched my photo because that photo there looked better like that. And I like the way it kind of sort of incorporates the shape. It's not too blocky then. So yeah, I then decided to ditch the "and free" bit of the title because it was just too big and I like the wild font better. So I will use them in a different layout, but it was just, you know, because I spent so long stitching them. But it's fine, it's fine, this worked better. And then I was just very aware of that wasn't anything on the other side, and I didn't want to fill it up with a lot of space, like a lot of papers and sort of embellishing, things like that, because I was worried about it looking too busy. So yeah, as you can see here, cutting out a load of different shaped hexagons and trying to sort of do that random confetti thing that I can't do. So yeah, and then I decided I didn't know what I was doing, so I'll just get the title done. And I'm using these letter stickers that we got in the kit, and I love them, so I just got the "and free" thing from there. Still trying to make those confetti hexagons work. Yep, they just don't work. Oh, and then I put more foam dots on things. I realise you've probably just watched me. This whole video has just been me putting like foam dots on everything. But yeah, I bought some more the other day, so I finally have some back in my stash. So that's nice. It's a nice feeling. Oh yeah, and then I switched out. You see the one of the exclusively designed papers in the kit had like blah 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 written across it, blah blah blah, and it's a really nice scripty font. But I was very aware that it kind of had the two sort of tight like bits of text next to each other, and it just didn't look right. So I got some of that eye paper, which I love so much. Like, ugh, it just looks so cool there. Yeah, it's my favourite paper. And that silver foiled pink, and oh god, that specialty paper is just beautiful. I love it. Still trying to make the confetti hexagons work. Yeah, Elsie, they're not going to work. Just one of those things. So yeah, how are we all? You all doing good? It's actually sunny here today in England, which, as you can see, you may be able to see in the lighting in this video, it was not so sunny this day, the day that I filmed this. It was quite an abysmal day, to be honest. So I have my light on, so yeah, sorry about that. It was better at the start, and then it just, you can kind of see the lighting progressively get worse as the video goes on. But you know, that happens, you know. British problems, serious British problems. So yeah, what am I doing here? Oh, I grabbed some of the, I tried playing with some of the die cuts that we got in the kit, and they're exclusive to the kit as well, but I only decided to use that one arrow. Oh yeah, and I was very aware that I felt like I needed something in that top right corner, so I tried pulling out, like cutting a banner up from one of the labels in the die cuts, and then I ended up just using that arrow. And then I found this butterfly, which I cut out for one of my previous layouts, using this kit, and that kind of worked. You know, me in a field, there's, you know, animals and insects and butterflies and things in nature, so it kind of worked, and it just kind of gave that little bit more of you know, extra thing, space, dimension. I don't know, what am I saying? Floaty bits, okay, god. Maybe the sun's making me go crazy because I'm not used to it. So yeah, I also used that teeny tiny butterfly punch, which is my favourite thing ever, apart from maybe second to the compass cutter and you will know about that if you've seen some of my previous videos. And then did some ink splatters, and I call that done. So getting better at the ink splatters, not great, but getting there. So I'll leave a link to the Click Kits blog post down below, and where you'll see some more photos and whatnot. So yeah, thank you so much for watching everyone, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye guys!